It's October, and in this video I'll be looking at some of the seeds we can be sowing now to give us a head start next year in spring. Hi and welcome back to the garden on this October day. In this video I'm going to be looking at some of the plants we can be getting ready now by sowing in autumn, ready for spring and giving ourselves a nice head start on the season. So first up is probably our most favourite plant, and this is the humble sweet pea. And we've been having blooms from this particular variety all through the summer. We've really enjoyed having the flowers in the house. That fragrance is just amazing. The flowering is now starting to slow down because we're not having such warmer weather and the sunshine is now a lot less. But nevertheless, we are still getting some blooms and they just smell divine. So because we have had such a really good experience with these plants this year, we're actually going to sow some now. So autumn's a great time to be sowing sweet peas because it allows us to have that germination this year and then overwinter them through the winter months, and then by the spring we should have nice sturdy plants that can then get a really good head start and the potential to flower much sooner than if you were doing it in spring. So I've got some of these seeds left from the spring sowings we've done, and I'm just going to use these very tall containers because sweet peas do have a long root run, so you need to have containers that are quite long. You can use toilet roll tubes if you've not got any containers, root runners which are plastic, and they are perfect for growing things like your broad beans, your eating peas, as well as your sweet peas. So I've got these lovely tall containers, so I'm going to utilise these. And the seeds are lovely and brown, nice and round. And this variety, again, what we've grown all summer, is giant waved mixed. And we really do recommend this variety because it is a beautiful colour mix and the fragrance is delicious. So in these pots, I'm just making a little hole with my finger and I'm just dropping just one of the seeds down into the hole. And I haven't pre-treated these seeds, these are literally just straight from the packet. Sometimes people recommend that they're put in water for 24 hours just to soften the shell. I don't tend to worry about that too much. So I'm just placing maybe 5 in these lovely containers, pressing that down. On to the next one. So a nice hole with your finger, drop it down into the hole. So now we've got a little mini greenhouse with a polythene cover. It means we can grow a lot more of these type of things and keep these seeds frost free just over the winter, and they'll happily just grow on with little care, just ensuring that they don't dry out at any point. So I'm just equally spacing these seeds, 4 around the corners and then 1 in the middle, and then just making sure they have nice close contact with that soil. And that still leaves me with a few left for spring, as well as the ones we're saving on the plants that we are growing at the moment. So on to the next 2 flowers I'm going to show you that I'm going to be sowing in October. The first one is this wonderful blue cornflower. And what I've done this time is, rather than having a lot of plants, because we are on the verge of running out of space, I'm going to just use this seed tray and I've split it up into 2 segments. So I can plant some of these cornflowers in one side and another plant in the other side. And these cornflower seeds are quite remarkable. I really like these seeds. They have little tufts towards the top, so they look really nice. So I'm just going to place those in nice equal spacings on this side of the tray that's labelled with this plant name. We do really like cornflowers. They're so beneficial to the insects and the bees. And these ones are pure blue. So it's going to be absolutely amazing come the summer when they flower. And we'll just intersperse them around the plants in the borders. And we might even put some into containers if we run out of space, which we're in danger of quite quickly. So that is the cornflowers sown. And then my next one is these lovely Nigella. So some more Nigella seeds we're going to sow, and these ones are blue Starry skies. So these are going to go on the other side. I'm hoping I can just beat the rain, because it's starting to rain, but the show must go on. And these seeds are a lovely dark black, and I'm just going to scatter those on the surface of the seed tray, making sure there's plenty of room for them to grow before they get pricked out. That's plenty. And then I do like to cover all our seeds with grit. So I'm just going to place a layer of grit over the top, being careful not to cover up the dividing cane, which tells me which is which side. And the final thing to do is just press that all down and just make sure those seeds are in contact with that compost. So that is the sweet pea sown, the Nigella sown and the cornflower sown. And the only thing that's left that I'm going to show you is the poppies. So the poppy seeds here are the Ladybird poppy. And these have these beautiful paper-like flowers with this lovely iconic black spot around the inside of the flowers. And these are perfect and wonderful for bees. These need light, so when we sow these, I'm not going to put any layer of grit or any compost on top, because these do need light to germinate. These as well, just like the cornflowers as well as the Nigella, these can be direct sown. So you don't have to put them into a container if you don't want to. You can just prepare a site of ground that you've got going spare, sprinkle the seeds on, give them a bit of covering with some more soil or compost, and they'll get going, and by spring hopefully you'll have little plants that will continue to grow and give you that flower a bit sooner than you would normally if you were sowing in spring. So these poppy seeds are going to be next. So my fourth and final recommendation for October sowings is this Ladybird poppy. So I just have a pot of compost prepared, and I'm just going to sow just on the surface. And these poppy seeds are tiny. So I'm just going to sow just a sprinkle of those seeds over the surface of the compost. And these are probably the easiest things you can sow, because I don't even need to cover them up. So that's it. So if you did have some vermiculite, you could cover them up with that, because that allows the light to come in. I don't want to put ideally grit on the top, because I don't want to obscure that light. and obviously don't put compost because that will obscure the light. So just the seeds scattered on top of the compost, that's all you need to do. And we are obviously due for some rain, so we don't need to water. These will get watered now naturally by the rainfall. So that's 4 of my recommended flower seeds to be sowing in October. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like if you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe to us if you've not already. And if you have any comments, please drop them in the box below. Just let us know what you're planning to sow in October. If you've got any recommendations yourselves, that'd be really good to know. Have a great day, and we'll see you again in the garden soon. Take care. Goodbye for now.